Today we're looking at sinusitis symptoms. Now, if you're suffering from sinusitis, there are some obvious symptoms which you're well aware of. Headache, splitting headache, nasal congestion, lots of mucus. You may have a pressure inside your head. You can feel a pressure, and the pressure's going on into your ears. You can feel it. Your eyes may feel cloudy or itchy. And these are some of the obvious symptoms of sinusitis. But there are many, many other symptoms of sinusitis which people ignore or think that it's nothing to do with sinusitis. But we need to look at them, and then we can see sinusitis, we can see the whole picture. And only then, once you can see the whole picture, then you can decide how to treat it. So first of all, understanding sinusitis, and I'll go over this very briefly, just in case you've watched the other videos. Your sinuses are these cavities inside your head, connected from the nasal passages. There are little caves inside your skull. They're warm, they're dark, they're full of food for bacteria, yeast, molds and fungus. Now normally in a healthy person they don't suffer from sinusitis because your immune system, which is like a combination of what the whole of your body is designed to protect you and keep you alive. There's a system in your body to stop the outside world devouring you. And that's how your immune system works. It protects you, it's automatic, and it's designed to keep the outside world from coming into your body. And it does it perfectly, normally. But if you're stressed, or you're anxious, or you've had a shock, or there's something going on in your life that's required additional energy, you become exhausted. Your immune system eventually becomes exhausted, and you start to suffer in some way or another. One way that people can suffer is, once the immune system becomes weak, is it allows the fungus or the bacteria to start breeding in this perfect breeding ground inside your head. And your immune system still works, it's still keeping you alive, but it's not working as well as it could. So all it can do, it tries to flush out the parasites, the fungus or the bacteria. So it produces a lot of mucus and it tries to wash it out of your system. Hence all the mucus coming out of your nose. But remember, you've got an infection, your body's fighting, and the tissues inside become inflamed, so that the passages for the mucus to come out become a lot narrower. So the mucus, your body's response, the mucus, it can't even get out, so a pressure builds up inside your sinus cavities. And it presses against the nerves, you get sinus headache, you get inflammation, you get blocked ears. And as this mucus becomes trapped, it's even more food for the bacteria. And you know, as bacteria starts to breed, it produces waste products and it starts to smell, and that causes your breath to smell. So you've got rotting materials trapped inside your sinus cavities. So some of the obvious symptoms of that is headache, congestion, continuous mucus coming out, bad breath. It can even start causing you to cough. You can have all kinds of symptoms, obvious symptoms, and it can be very, very painful. It's like you have a bike pump. Imagine you're pumping a bike up, you're pumping the tyre up, you're pumping it up, and the air is going into the tyre. But imagine if you blocked it up, blocked the end of the pump up with your finger and went like that. It's an immense pressure, and the pressure can build up inside your head, making you feel really, really lousy. So they're the obvious symptoms of sinusitis. But there are many other symptoms of sinusitis which will give you the clue to treating your sinusitis. I would say 80 or 90% of the people who I see for sinusitis have got one or more of the following symptoms. They've got problems with the fingernails, they've got fungus breeding somewhere on the fingernails or the toenails. Or between the toes, they've got they just think it's a little bit of broken skin. The skin is that something has eaten its way through the skin. Or they've said they've got an itchy backside or itch between the legs. They've got fungus actually breeding on their body. Or they've got problems with the scalp. The hair may be very dry, or they may be very flaky skin. They may have a bit of psoriasis. Many people who suffer from long-term sinusitis or chronic sinusitis, they end up with psoriasis. You can end up with all kinds of these secondary symptoms. But these symptoms will give you a clue to treating it. If you've had sinusitis more than once, you'll be exhausted. You will be feeling tired, miserable, lacking energy, lacking your passion and enthusiasm. And you may have had these symptoms so long that you just think it's normal. That's the way you feel. That's the way you feel. And to top it all, you've got sinusitis. A lot of people with sinusitis, they have problems with the vision. They just can't quite see properly. Or their eyes are itching. There's lots of secondary symptoms. But in actual fact, they're all the same. These are just symptoms of an immune system that's run down. So, what can you do about it? There's no point, for instance, with the fingernails or the toenails or the skin between the toes. People run out, go to the drugstore or go to the doctors, and they get a chemical or a drug or a cream or an ointment, and they start putting it between the nails, putting special ointments on the scalp, putting special ointments on the backside, maybe take a tonic to give you more energy. And that's not the way to do it, because it's not addressing the problem. That's why if you take antibiotics for your sinusitis, you know it doesn't work. It'll work for a month or so at the most, then your sinusitis comes back because you've not sorted the problem out. The way to sort out all these sinusitis symptoms is to address the cause, and that is very simple. The first thing to do is to get rid of the fungus, the yeast and the mold and the bacteria which is breeding inside your head without damaging your immune system. I've done a lot of research, and you can read all the details about the research on the website. And I suffered from sinusitis for years, so I do know what it's like. The standard treatments, including the natural treatments, a lot of them just make you feel better for a short while, and they don't address the problem. But I eventually discovered 3 plant extracts which do. Now what these do, tiny amounts, you only need a tiny amount. 3 plant extracts, you'll put them in hot water, and it's like steam. The steam carries minute quantities of these powerful plant extracts into your sinus cavities, and they kill the fungus, they kill the bacteria on contact, and that's it. They just go in here, the droplets rest, kill everything off, and that's it. It doesn't shock your immune system, this is the crux. You need to support your immune system. Fresh food, just a little bit every day, drink plenty of water, a little bit of exercise. We're not talking about a lot, we're not talking about running a marathon, just a 5 or a 10-minute walk when you can, with some fresh food, fresh water. Then use the remedy once a week just to kill off the fungus. The idea is to just give your immune system time. As it gets stronger, the symptoms start to disappear. The symptoms start to disappear, the nails start to heal, the itching between the legs or the broken skin between the toes, all these things start to disappear naturally, because your body is intelligent. Your body is intelligent, it just needs a helping hand. So don't shock the system. Kill the fungus off with the least amount of impact on your immune system. Your hair, the scalp will become healthy again. Your fingernails, your toenails, your backside, you'll start to feel more energy. And you'll think, you will have, if you've had sinusitis for some time, you will have forgot what it's like to be healthy. And it'll just come back naturally. And as a natural side effect of supporting your immune system, the sinusitis will not come back. So in a nutshell, get rid of the offending parasites. You've got to get rid of them without shocking your immune system. So use those plant extracts and then just support your immune system, and in no time at all you'll feel great. You will feel great. Now obviously if you're stressed in your life, there's things going on, maybe you've had a shock or you're just overworked, try to address those things in your life. But that's easier said than done. A lot of us do lead hectic lives. Hectic. So be kind to yourself, but be kind to your immune system. Your body knows how to get better. Your body knows how to get better. You don't need surgery. You don't need toxic drugs. You don't need all that. Just a natural remedy that works. And then naturally support yourself. Do you give yourself 10 minutes a day just to relax? If you don't, please do. Because that is medicine in itself. Relaxation. Find 10 minutes a day and you'll find that the combination of the natural remedy, a little bit of fresh food, some fresh water, just a little bit of exercise, and your life and your health will be transformed. You'll feel so much better, and in a few months' time you'll forget all about the fact that you had sinusitis because it won't be coming back. Okay, thanks very much.